Welcome to Mom's Car. Today we have an old friend friend of the pod, Ryan Hansen, the ever-charming, cute, talented, backflipping Ryan Hansen, Veronica Mars. Party down. You name it. This guy is as charming as it gets. We love Ryan, and we had a blast. Please enjoy the cutest of the cute, Ryan Hansen.
You know what's smart? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance. You know what's not smart? Not checking the coffee lids secure before you take that first sip. My morning coffee ended up all over me, and let me tell you, that smell does not come out easily. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North America Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
I think you would be the perfect person. I think we should talk about popularity.
Okay.
What a euphoric drug popularity is.
Oh, yeah, sure. I like that.
And I was thinking, you're so popular. Like, when did you start to recognize you were popular? Like, what grade and what was going on?
Uh-huh. Okay, well,
Are
I wasn't
you nervous to talk about it?
I'm just so self-deprecating.
I know.
Was I
You're so
popular?
humble.
I'm so humble.
It almost hurts how humble you are.
To be honest, and I'm going to be honest, I always felt pretty famous.
Yeah.
My dad was a pastor, music pastor at all these churches, and like we were just known. Everybody knew the pastor's kids, you know, like we could do whatever we wanted. So that was at church at least, you know. And so my brother and I like ran the Sunday school mafia. We just like
That was your show.
Oh yeah, it was our. We
Did you abuse your powers at all?
Oh, for sure. We got away with murder.
What falls under the umbrella of murder at that
Going
age?
through the lost and found and pretty much taking everything.
Okay, using
I got all my new baseball gloves through there. Although I think my dad was in on that one. You know, we'd be there all day because there's like a morning service and then the later service and then there's the other. And so we're just like, you know, we were only in one, but then we just would run around backstage. We'd go in the baptism and like take some dips. We just like,
Wow.
yeah, get in the baptism. And then run around just wet.
Did you have any, like, I don't know what the right word is, but like my father was so loved in AA. Mm-hmm. He was like the most popular guy in Michigan AA. He had a trillion friends. They all loved him.
Yeah.
And there was some bit of me that was like resentful against him. And I don't know, somehow I didn't love how
beloved he was?
Yes!
Oh, that's funny.
And if your dad is like being loved because he's a man of the cloth and he's a musician and a pastor, were you ever judgmental, like, you're not that good?
I didn't look at it that way.
You didn't?
But I always liked him on stage, and he's kind of a rock star at church.
Yeah.
And he wasn't like the speaking pastor where it like was never like
acting holier than thou.
Exactly. He was just kind of like the music and the orchestras and the big choirs and the plays, and I always got to be in them. And my mom did the children's choir. And so I really enjoyed life at church. And, you know, school was different and like no one gave a shit.
Right. But am I wrong? I don't know if I just am accidentally running into these people or it's true. I feel like San Diego's pretty darn Christian. Everyone I meet from San Diego is pretty into church for California.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Or no? Like at school, do you feel like most kids were going to church or no? Or half or less?
Not really. No, well, more than here. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Like no one...
This is godless.
Pretty much. I mean, none of my kids' friends go to church really.
Yeah, anyway. Devil's Workshop.
Yeah. That's right. That's where we come to
all
play.
These idle, unemployed hands.
What was the joke was it the Emmys with the Golden Globes? Like, God shout out 0, you know, Moms 5, Mario Lopez 1 or whatever.
Yeah, Nikki Glazer.
Oh, yeah, it was so good. And then I guess in junior high, I went to 3 different junior highs.
Why?
Left San Jose, 6th grade, beginning of 6th grade.
Okay.
Started a new junior high in San Diego, and then a new one opened up for 8th grade. So like half the school went and then half was all these other kids. So it was kind of it was like half I knew the kids, but.
Yeah. And did you land on your feet at all these places?
Yeah, I think my brother had a harder time. He moved in 8th grade, so that was harder for him. For me, it was still 6th grade, so it was fine.
Yeah.
Had some church friends that were going to these schools, so that kind of helped like with friendship and all that stuff. And then I met my crew of dudes in 8th grade. Jeremy Dent, big shout out.
Big,
okay,
yeah.
huge. In 8th grade, he introduced me to cigars and shooting BB guns to Playboys and go-karts. And I was like, this guy is just the coolest. And him and Matt Rukas were like best friends and opened my eyes to all that stuff.
He sounds radical.
Oh,
And was he
yeah.
the most popular kid in your junior high?
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Okay.
The funniest. The cool, he just like didn't give a shit. Like always wore weird stuff. It was
Divorced
cool.
parents?
No.
Oh, wow.
Married, yeah.
Good family.
Happily married.
Susie and Steve. And Rukas was the guy that's like, Rukas is jumping Bearcat today. Everyone, let's go. He's jumping his BMX bike doing flips and stuff. He was like that guy.
So I was really not cool in elementary school. I was too big, couldn't read, was a bully. And then, similarly, I got enveloped into this Andrew and Trevor and these group of kids who, like, they played soccer, they had pretty good families. Trevor was the most popular kid in my school. We became friends. That was really helpful. But even I leave elementary school really unremarkable. I hadn't tasted being cool yet, for sure. And junior high is my first mega dose.
Well, I remember you guys saying, like, junior high is kind of it, right? Oh, was it 8th grade or 7th grade? Seventh grade.
By 8th grade, we're now starting to move in separate directions.
It was a long year.
Wait, what do you mean? You guys did?
Yeah.
What was that? You just went, like, and hung out with different crew, or what?
Well, I started peeling away.
He started huffing gas.
Okay.
He's like huffing gas a lot of the day. We hung out with the burnouts in our school, but he's now hanging out with the dudes that are like 17 that hang around the junior high kids.
Oh, sure.
There's been a lot of men to jail. Like, or we would go out and there were all these levels I was comfortable with. Like, I would throw apples at cars. I was fine with that. Mm-hmm. But if we smashed someome's mailbox, I hated it. I was like, I just picture my mom fixing our mailbox. So it's like I had all these ethical dilemmas where the bad boys really started getting bad. Or like stealing shit. I didn't want to fucking go to juvie. These guys are going to end up in juvie. Is that a fair assessment?
Oh, definitely. You almost looked forward to it. Or I did. But I don't know how much of that was.
To the danger? You look forward to the thrill of that? Or what? To what?
It's like a badge of honor, right?
Sure. Like I'd smash people's picture windows.
Yeah.
Of course, not knowing what damage that is until I'm older. But stealing
shit,
cars, stealing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They stole it. No, you didn't, but Billy did.
A horse.
There was one kid. So there's one kid
I wish I could
at the epicenter
say
of this.
I did that.
And this is, you've heard us talk about our redhead thing. How Aaron and I are obsessed with how tough redheads are
totally.
and how scared we are of them.
Yeah.
A lot of this is based on this one kid, Billy. We'll leave his last name out of it. The last enemy we would want on Earth.
Oh, God. Still, till this, yeah.
I'm sure he's still tough.
Is he a redhead fella?
I'd be a sitting duck in Michigan, probably. Right now.
Billy comes knocking.
Yes, he was a redheaded fella, and he was also known to cry while he fought, but he always won. And he at one point fought another redhead kid at my old junior high, and it was the scariest fight I ever saw. They were both bawling and both bloody, and neither would quit. And I just remember,
my God.
I remember thinking, man, I don't want to fight either of these guys ever. But he and Billy became real close. And Billy had stole a very valuable coin collection and drove a van and got caught in another state. They stole four-wheelers, but at one point, he stole a horse.
Yeah, like some sort of like $1 million race
horse?
Which I'm sure he was told. Rest assured, there's no $1 million racehorses in Michigan.
Story, yeah.
But everyone thinks everyone's so rich.
Yeah. Oh my God.
But picture like a 14-year-old boy riding a horse away.
And he rode it like down to Florida.
That sounds fucking awesome. Oh my God.
And he was like, you got to keep the horse now. How do you fence a horse? Who are you going to find that's going to buy the horse?
It's pretty tough to hide your
How do you ride
water?
How do you ride the horse?
Ride it bareback?
Clean up the shit. Oh God.
I would imagine he just put it in a field or something and hope no one saw it.
I went through a little bit of a stealing phase. Nothing like horses or ATVs or whatever, but I got my CD book stolen out of my car. And you know how, the mixed CDs and all and you work so hard for your collection, and I was so fucking pissed.
Payback.
So we would just walk around Cottonwood, the neighborhood, and just like check for it. We would never break anything, but if it was open, it's gone. We go into garages, take some shit.
Funny you'd say that. That's where it started.
Yeah.
Is car hopping.
Yeah.
You guys would call it car hopping. And they would meet before school to car hop.
Yeah.
My thing was like we'd hang out at the movie theater and I'd go in and steal a carton of cigarettes. Like I'd steal from a store.
Yeah.
It's just weird. You have levels. You're fine.
Of course. Yeah. You don't care if you're stealing from
Dude,
man.
Remember that company, SMP? Remember that company?
Yes.
So the guys who like started that or co-founded or whatever would have a sale out front of their house every year.
Yeah.
Because it starts Sunday or whatever. And they set up shop that night before and I drove by on my home. I'm like, boys, it's all out there.
Yeah.
We took my buddy Jeremy's VW bus and my mom's Explorer. Fucking went and I loaded it up. We did a couple trips.
Oh, geez.
The next morning, my dad's like trying on clothes. Like, this is great. Where'd you do this? Our friends, whatever. And then my buddies went back the next day and because they didn't get the box of board shorts they wanted.
Yeah.
And they saw them. And they caught. So the cops came and they scared us and they didn't press charges, but it was.
And did you feel guilty too? Like that guilt?
Yeah, well, because they're like, this is our family's like business. Like, this is how I feed. And all the kids are there and stuff. It's just like, sorry. And they had like the coolest surf shop in San Diego or in East County at least.
I feel bad. That stuff.
I did feel guilty too.
Did you?
I mean, I wish I would have not went that route.
Yeah, sure.
I think I was too upset with my home life that I couldn't emotionally figure out how to keep having fun like we were having without everything piling up. That's the reason I started huffing gas and trying to escape like that. But because I thought people doing that didn't feel guilt at all, and I was kind of jealous of that.
Yeah.
And
we got one.
That is a big
one on the hook, real.
It's gonna be. That's gonna be the last one too.
Do you relate to this, Aaron? I did bad things, but part of it was I've now realized that I'm older. I'm like, how do I justify the stuff I did? And I think I felt because life was already unjust. It wasn't fair.
Right.
It wasn't fair. So I was entitled to make it fair. And I would imagine from you in particular, you didn't have anything. And there's also this sense of like, this is bullshit. All these other people have all this stuff and I don't have it. Why wouldn't I have it? And this other kid I go to school have it. There's some sense of injustice that, at least for me,
there was.
I used to justify when I was greedy and did bad things.
Right. Yes, absolutely.
But then it doesn't really work.
Right at the light.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Then you find out karma's a real thing.
Also, my dad, he gave me very few life tips, but one was, what goes around comes around. He's like, if you steal, shit'll get stolen from you. And I remember that being an actual motivator for me to not.
Yeah. I remember you asked me in junior high if I would feel bad if I killed a deer because everyone hunted and killed deer. And I remember saying to you, no, I could do that. I could kill a deer. And I remember thinking in my head, you're the biggest liar in the world. I would never kill a fucking deer.
Oh my gosh.
Fucking baby deer.
Sitting there having a fun day.
That was me trying to make myself tougher than I was. So we're going for some ramen now. There's a double.
Oh, we got a double?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look at that.
Sorry, I was just thinking in the 2 seconds I was gone. So it went from your popularity at the church.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't translate at first in school, but then it did.
I do, yeah. And I would say in high school it did.
Yeah.
In 6th grade, new to that school in San Diego, I got with this group of dudes who were the cool guys, and I'll never forget, we kind of like the weird kid, Evan Parent. We love you, Evan. He was a little weird. And we love Evan.
The barefoot guy?
I made up for it in high school, but we kind of chased him and throwing punches, and he wasn't even fighting back, but I was just like, oh, this is what we're doing. And I still feel guilty about it. And he left school that day. Like he ran home.
Oh, yeah.
And then once we got to high school, I got to stick up for him a few times, which was great. But he was always so cool. And just in 6th grade, he was just a little different. And I was doing that to fit in because I was new. I'm like, oh, this is what the cool guys are doing. Okay, we're chasing this guy.
Sure.
You know, it's really hard to get through teenage boy adolescence without doing some real regrettable stuff.
Oh, it's so regrettable. You know, he's so smart. I'm sure he runs some company now or whatever. He was just
Hopefully he's
Yeah.
a billionaire.
yeah.
But Aaron, did you have waves of cool in elementary school?
Yes, I did have waves.
Okay.
I had
What were yours?
kind of like the church. Our neighborhood was a place where I felt safe. And actually, no, wait, I take that back.
Yeah, that's not the word I would
That's not
use.
the word at all. Not safe. Actually, it was the opposite of safe. What am I talking about?
Sorry, did I say safe?
That was very unsafe. What's wrong with me? I was able to be comfortable with just maybe a small group of kids, and we thought we were cool, but then it didn't translate into school until 5th grade when I met Kevin Gwynn. That's why Dax came and looked me up when he got to my school, was from this particular dude.
Because you knew Kevin?
I was best friends with Kevin in 6th grade. I had moved, started junior high, so a new influx of kids. And then there was another skateboarder who liked to fight, who had a crazy mom, and we got along great.
Yeah, trailer park kid.
Yeah,
I was like best friends with him in 5th grade.
Right.
Dax didn't go to the school we went to in elementary. And then, he was so cool and made me feel so cool. And I like to, fight kids behind the wall or whatever the fuck was going on at school. And then, funny enough, the following year, I moved to a new school. I'm just fucking terrified and don't know anyone. And I'm like, I was like, just very out of sorts. And like, you know what? I give up. I can't even take it anymore. And that's when Dax found me. I was like, how did this happen?
That is crazy.
Year to year, it was different.
I took over from where Kevin left
Yeah,
off.
and all of a sudden Dax was like, I'm like, this kid is the coolest person I've ever seen in my life. Even cooler than Kevin Gwynn.
No one is cooler than Kevin Gwynn.
I've done a few road trips, I drive a lot,
Yeah.
and but you guys times 1,000. How do you, the body starts to hurt, though, when you sit so long like that? Or do you just get used to it?
Mine gets more and more comfortable.
You gotta just soak and sink into that.
The longer you go.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything I was more built to do in life than drive for a really long time. It seems to be the only thing I can do, kind of in the 1 percentile.
Yeah.
I can just go and go and go forever.
That's so funny. I got to get out and do a backflip every couple hours.
Yeah, famously, Aaron went to sleep in Salt Lake City, Utah, in the middle of a blizzard, and he woke up in Michigan.
Like 30 hours later.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. And I was just driving the Mustang in 6 inches of snow.
Oh my gosh.
And I was so tired when I woke up, too.
You were like, oh, good, we're almost home. I crawl into bed.
Was it assisted sleeping or was it just straight?
No, old-fashioned sleeping.
Old-fashioned sleeping.
That was maybe in the only 6 months we drank normally, if you could even. I don't think it was ever normal, but it was.
What's normal? Is that after 5 o'clock?
Yeah, we
start off slow.
just not shit-faced at all.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We started off really going hard, but maybe the frequency wasn't
right,
and it wasn't like, oh, that's required to have any other kind of fun. Step one is get beer. Whenever that happens, when you're you forget that you can have fun without
right.
it.
Yeah.
So it was in that 6 months before.
Yeah, I was gonna say that happened fast.
Yeah. Well, it's so
this is so good.
Yes, it's so much more fun.
When did you guys first get drunk? You're how old?
Together?
No,
well, this was another one of our issues by 8th grade.
8th grade
is that I didn't.
Oh, I see.
I wasn't ever going to drink because my dad was an alcoholic.
Right.
That was my plan. And Aaron was drinking and then starting to do drugs. And that was sort of the separation. Yeah. That was towards the end of 8th grade.
So, Aaron, was it 8th grade for you? You had got drunk, or was it earlier? And you don't have to say,
Yeah. It was 8th grade.
8th grade.
Yeah.
I guess mine was 9th grade.
What was that?
Yeah. Las Vegas.
In Vegas?
In Vegas.
Wait, how did that happen? You must have been with your family?
I went to Thanksgiving with my buddy Brett Hilcher's family, which was a big deal. My parents were did not want me to go. I'm like, I have to go.
Yes.
And then they had a hotel room, and the mom was out they were gambling or whatever, and liquor in the room.
Yeah.
We took it out on the strip, and we're drinking. We're in the Valley's fountains, and we were having a blast.
Those early ones are about as... I almost texted you 2 nights ago. I bet once a month I just think back of the time we went to opening day and drank those Colt 45 64-ounce jugs. And we had a few of them.
Yeah.
And I still remember that as being like one of the greatest buzzes of my whole life.
Me too. I've told that story so many times, and I don't even know what the story... I mean, yeah, I do know what the story is, but I don't know how much was true at this point.
Sure. Well, that was the day we had fought Dan Severin, or who we thought was Dan Severin. So but that wasn't even the most memorable. Just sitting in the parking lot.
No, it was the beer. Yeah, it's hard to explain that. Like, and most people, when I start that story, when I say 64 ounces, they're like, "You mean 40s?" I'm like, "No." 64s.
Yeah, they were jugs.
Yeah, they had tiny little glass handle on them.
No way.
Yeah.
But Ryan, so in junior high, does it just that it starts kind of then and it rolls through?
Yeah, so 8th grade, me and a couple dudes like hit our growth spurts. We're gonna say 6 feet tall.
Okay.
We're gonna go ahead and stick with that.
We're gonna stick with it.
Yeah. So we were kind of like big, and like you, I would be the one guy on the dance floor at the dances, like all the other guys just like, and I'd be dancing out there, and then it kind of rolled in, and so freshman year I ran for president because that's what you do, and I got to be president of the freshman class.
Nice.
And my buddy Jeremy, his sister and her friends were juniors, and they were so cool and beautiful, and so they kind of like got us into like the cool crowd. My freshman year, though, I became best friends with my brother-in-law now, Jason, and he was a senior, and he didn't have many friends,
right?
But we became best friends.
Yeah, because he was super artsy.
Yeah, very musical theater and all, and so that he introduced me to all that stuff, which was awesome and changed my life, really.
Yeah.
But I kind of left my friends a little bit because we would hang out so much. I mean, he could drive, we would go places and like
you ditched your friends for Jason.
A little bit, yeah.
Okay,
well, at least they felt that way, and I kind of did.
Yeah, sure.
So when he graduated, my friends were like, "Oh, you're coming back to hang," when we started football again. I'm like, "I'm back," whatever.
And they made it hard on you for 2 days, but then
maybe a day. Yeah, it was fun. And then we were back. Yeah, just kind of. I mean, I was silly and outgoing and would do all the, I was in like the ensemble, which is like dancing choir, but I also played football and I was also in student body, but my grades were terrible. So by my senior year, I got kicked out of everything.
Okay, but and you were also cheerleading, but you called it something else?
It was an all-star squad.
Okay.
So it's like club cheer. You don't cheer for a football team, you just cheer for yourselves, I guess.
You compete, you throw someone in the air.
Mm-hmm. But that was just my senior year.
Just your senior year?
Yeah, so I would do football and cheer.
And you were the captain of both?
There was 4 captains on the team. I was one of the captains.
Okay, so you're the it really is.
Fucking amazing.
It is. I, in retrospect, like mine, which was like not popular in elementary school, so popular in junior high. And I loved it.
What about high school?
I
kind of
love being popular.
Yeah, sure.
God, I loved it.
I got away with murder. It's like I could.
It's just everyone was excited to see you.
Everyone wanted to see what you're gonna do next.
Yes. It was so fun. And I was thinking because my daughter went to like a party with other kids her age. I was just remembering that this is so gross to say, but kind of the legend of Aaron and I started. Was going to this girl Brandy's birthday party. This is when it all started. And we were there and we just were always so comfortable with each other. So we were like, we were spitting our hot dogs in each other's mouths. And the girls were like, "Oh my God, you guys are so gross," but they loved it. And then maybe we kissed even in front of them. Like just all this stuff you weren't supposed to do as a boy.
Oh, that's the best.
And those parties were really what kind of started the whole thing. I was just picturing my daughter.
I know, isn't
leave
it
the
a
house
trip?
and I'm like, she could return a completely different person. Like if she comes home popular, we're on a totally different trajectory now.
That is for sure, dude. It's a trip because my girls are just a tiny bit older than yours, and it's just wild to like. I told you I picked them up, my oldest from a high school party the other day, and it's like just a trip, man. I mean, there was no booze, I don't think, but
that we know of.
That we know of.
All right, what one am I taking, Aaron?
Oh, sorry.
What
That's
food item?
Michelle.
Yeah.
My bad. Yeah. The other one is not Michelle. Not even
okay.
close. I guess
really
I wanted.
no reason to think.
I just wanted to see.
I just want to get these sushi out of the car.
Yeah, that stinky fish out of my face.
I gotta know, did you interact with the person or do you just drop it?
No, that was leave at door.
Okay.
Pretty much everyone's leave at door. Okay, because we're kind of telling on ourselves for a bad deed. So I want to go back to my transition from bully to being friends with the popular kids.
Okay.
There was an exact moment, which is I would go out to the playground with my friend Clay, and he was the other tough kid in my class. He was a redhead. He and I had a gnarly fight one time when I was staying at his house when my mom was out of town. I missed her, and we fought, and he scratched my nose up so bad I had scabs all over my nose.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he scratched. He was wild. He's feral.
No rules. With
No
those
rules.
redheads.
No.
Yeah.
But at any rate, we would go out to the playground for recess, and we would just start wrestling kids. And we played this game, Top of the Mountain, and you had to throw each other down. That's all we did. And I was like a mid-level bully in that I felt fine about like getting kids in headlocks, throwing them on the ground. And I also felt fine about punching kids in the stomach.
Yeah.
But I never punched anyone in the face, whatever. And everyone wanted to wrestle. They probably didn't want to, but they had to.
They all wanted.
All to say, there was this boy when I first moved to Highland, to my neighborhood, and I was brand new there. I didn't know anyone, and he was the first to kind of ride his bike up to my yard and ask if I wanted to come over. So I went to his house, and he was very sweet, but he had like a coin collection, and he had wallpaper of old cars on his wall, not cool cars, but old-timey cars. He loved old trains and coin collections, and he talked about his grandpa all the time.
Oh, he's such a
And he was
cutie.
enormous, too. He was like a big boy like me. Anyways, I had been friendly with him when I first moved there, and then I definitely outgrew him really quick, which was sad, and I felt guilty about it. But somehow he wanted to get in the mix. I'll never forget. I punched him in the stomach in the parking lot of Spring Mills, and
Parking lot.
for some reason, once in a while, you'd have recess in the parking lot because it was too muddy or some shit. I don't know why we were in the parking lot, but I punched him in the stomach, and it knocked the wind out of him.
Oh, it's a
and
terrible
he got
feeling.
really, really scared, and he
Yeah.
fell down, and he was crying, and he had the wind knocked out of him. He's scared, and I felt so fucking bad. And then I told Clay, I don't want to fight at recess anymore. I don't think anyone likes us. I think they're just scared of us. And he was like, yeah, go on your way. I'm going to stick with this. And God bless him. He stuck with it.
Wow.
And then I had to go get this other group of friends, which I'm
Whoa.
glad I did. But I was driven there by feeling really terrible.
Well,
that
good for you. I like that story.
I
That's
did
nice.
too. I love the ending. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see him. I mean, I can see him so clearly laying on the asphalt. It was right by a manhole cover,
Can't
crying
believe it.
and scared that he had just been killed.
Oh,
You know, the first time you get the wind knocked out,
it's
you
the
think you're
scariest
dying.
thing.
Yeah.
You're never going to breathe again.
Yeah, you're dead.
You're like
right?
drowning.
This
yeah.
boy just killed me at school.
I
Oh,
bet those coins flashed before his eyes. His grandpa.
Stay tuned for more Mom's Car. We are supported by Allstate. You know what's smart? Checking Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds on car insurance. You know what's not smart? Not checking the back seat of your car before telling your coworkers to hop in. Nothing like having to explain why there's a half-eaten sandwich from last week and what appears to be every napkin I've collected since 2019 back there. And speaking of car-related mishaps, not checking the height clearance before pulling into a parking structure? That's definitely not smart. The sound of your roof rack scraping concrete is something that stays with you. Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Potential savings vary, subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate North American Insurance Co. and affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois. We are supported by Uber Eats. Hey guys, did you know that you can order from the Home Depot on Uber Eats? Yeah, that Home Depot, really. And here's the kicker. Right now, you can get $30 off, $70 or more when you order from the Home Depot on Uber Eats. So, if you're in the middle of a project and realize you're out of light bulbs, glue, or that one tool you swore you had, don't stop what you're doing. You can get your home improvement essentials delivered in as little as 25 minutes. No waiting on shipping, no last-minute store runs. Just tap and get back to work. So stock up on DIY essentials, holiday decor, small appliances, or household must-haves like cleaning supplies and trash bags, all without leaving your project behind. Order from the Home Depot on Uber Eats. Ends 12/31. Exclusions may apply. Terms and minimum order apply. See app for details.
Okay, so I was saying though that I do like my trajectory, which is like I was not popular at all, then super popular in junior high. But then when I moved, to a whole new school district to move in with my dad in 9th grade, started high school in a place I didn't know anyone, and I had 2 really brutal years. I had a terrible haircut. I had acne. I got super skinny and tall. I didn't have the right clothes, whatever. And so I did spend 2 years just thinking, well, that was my only taste of it.
Yeah.
And then when it came back to me around 11th grade, I was
kind of caught up.
So grateful to be back.
Oh, yeah.
I thought it wasn't ever going to happen again. And then slowly it started kind of working again. Never in the same way it did in junior high, but definitely by senior year, I was one of the cooler kids in my
Did you guys have senior superlatives or whatever? Is that what it's called?
Yeah. Now, we did in junior high, too. We called them mock elections.
Oh, okay.
And we were super into them then. And I think I did get class com, but I never got my yearbook. That's how much I didn't like.
You never got your yearbook? Those are so fun.
I never got a yearbook in high school, only our junior high ones, which we look at now.
Yeah. My girls look through my high school one. They read everything.
Yes.
I'm like, don't read the stuff.
But that's your sweet spot, right? Is high school the apex?
I think so, yeah.
And yeah, let's just say that the family you married into, the whole gang's in love with you, right? You start by going on a date with your now wife's older sister. You're best friends with the oldest brother.
Yeah.
And then you start dating Amy.
Yeah. I guess I was pretty popular in high school, but like also...
The most popular?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Come on.
And
Don't be so humble.
I think a lot of people, I'm sure I was a jokester, so I think some people probably thought I was a jerk.
Okay, sure.
I'm going to be honest about that.
Sure,
but I think it was just joking.
Sure. Good-natured joking around.
But I think
you can't take a joke?
Yeah,
but I think for the most part, I was okay.
Yeah, because you're a very sweet boy.
Yeah.
But sometimes rascally.
Yeah, a little bit of a rascal. Yeah, I pushed some boundaries for sure. And I was in ASB, which is Associated Student Body, just so I could get the off-campus pass, which was everything. So you could write yourself a pass to go get whatever supplies for the dance, but really go get burritos for everyone.
Oh, wow.
No, that was the best.
What a blessing. Did you have a car in high school?
Yeah.
You did?
Bronco 2.
That's a great car for you in high school.
It was pretty cute. My brother and I shared it for a while, and then he got a little truck, and then I had the Bronco 2. And then after that, I think my dad's old Honda Accord, which I had for a few years.
And how were you juggling being deeply Christian, but also like knowing that you were crazy about all these girls and that was going to be challenging? I guess what I'm asking is like, were you like riddled with shame a lot of the time that you felt this way towards girls and stuff?
Yeah, there was some shame for sure. But also I think at that time, I was just kind of like away from it. Okay. And then kind of found it again for my own.
Yeah.
My own kind of faith once I got out of high school and really started dating Amy.
Yeah.
Well, I dated her in high school, but...
Once it wasn't mandatory?
Right. So yeah, I would definitely struggle with that. And there was a lot of shame around sex and masturbation and all that stuff, which was...
How about even being really popular? Is that cool? Or is there any issue there?
As far as my faith and being popular?
Well, just like, I don't know, it's not very humble or to enjoy attention and...
No, that's
all good.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. You didn't have any kind of...
No, I don't think there's any...
Yeah, you can shine as bright as you want.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I'm with it.
Bring more folks in.
Obviously. Yeah.
That works.
I brought so many kids one time to high school youth group because the more people you bring, the more tickets you get in the raffle. And I won because I brought so many kids.
Okay.
A BMW 2002.
Wait, what?
It was junky. My dad didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to drive stick. We all learned how to drive stick on it around our neighborhood.
I want that car.
It was, my dad sold it for like $200. He just got rid of it. I didn't even know. I was so mad at him.
Wow.
I know. I think I was 15. We didn't have our license yet, but I won a car.
You won a car?
But it was like a piece of
How many
junk.
kids had you brought?
I probably brought 15 kids.
And how many stuck around?
The church? None of them.
None of them. Okay. Not your problem. You don't
I did my job.
You don't got to close the deal. You're just setting them.
I'll
bringing
get a
them
jewel
in.
in my crown
You
for
set him
bringing
up
them.
for success. 11th grade too. I was so happy to run into you again.
Yeah. Was it Padam? No, or just I heard you were in Padam.
Yeah, I think we
Padam?
run into each. It was the Palmer Drug Abuse Program.
Oh, God.
It was outpatient. It was like an AA for kids.
Yeah, for
pretty
kids.
much.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Is that nationwide or is that like a local
No,
thing?
it was local.
Okay.
As far as I know.
I think it was nationwide.
It
I
was?
weirdly had an expert on that
Yeah.
was talking about
The
Palmer.
hell do I know? Yeah. I was local.
Yeah.
But I was always, my dad made me go to AA meetings while he lived with them. That was like the only rule I had. Well, and in fact, I didn't have to go to AA. He wanted me to go to Al-Anon. But when I went to Al-Anon, I didn't really relate to anything they were saying. But when I was around alcoholics, I'm like, oh, I kind of relate to these people. So I just would go to those meetings. And I didn't drink, and everyone drank. So I found myself at Palmer at one point, I guess in 9th grade. So I had been there before Aaron had. And then Aaron was there for legitimate reasons.
I had a court order to be there.
Oh, wow.
And then somehow, I think through that, we started hanging out again.
Yeah, we
right?
saw each other, I think, at Country Boy Restaurant. That's what I remember. And it had been a long, long time.
Yeah.
Which seems like decades when you're that age. But
yeah.
And then it was like slowly off to the races again.
Yes, from 11th grade
Yeah.
on.
Same high school.
No,
Different high schools.
No, we had different high schools.
Were they like rival high schools or
No.
was it? No.
Well, tell me your high school experience.
Oh, well, I was expelled from high school in 10th grade.
We got to add, too, this is the heartbreaking thing for me on the outside was that Aaron was such an insanely good baseball player. Yeah. And the only upside of him going to high school was going to be like, oh, he was finally going to get to play in high school, which would then lead to everything else. And then, I think I heard through the grapevine that Aaron was done with traditional high school in 10th grade.
I'm going to take a non-traditional route.
To the majors.
Majors!
It's going to include Duck Lake High. So, how long were you kicked out before you found out about Duck Lake? What was it called?
Oh, it was called Duck Lake then.
Yeah.
Duck
Lake High.
I don't know. It was an alternative education.
Ours
It was
was
in
called Chaparral. All the gnarly kids went
And
there.
this one was in a really tiny, deserted elementary school.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like the gym was really small. And everything
the
was
seats
small.
are tiny.
Yeah.
And all the guys there were in their 30s.
Oh, totally.
All the guys were big drinkers.
They all smoked cigarettes in class.
Oh, yeah,
you were
we
allowed
could
to
smoke there.
No
Yeah.
way.
That was fun.
Oh, my God.
And there were guys who had like plumbing vans in the driveway. And, like tradesmen were going to school with Aaron.
My gosh.
Dax never believed any of the stories I told him. He's like, I don't believe it. And I was like, yeah, this one guy's 22 and he's got cowboy boots and stuff. He's a real good volleyball player. We would go in the baby gym and play volleyball.
This school was really just an assemblage of all the toughest kids from all of the districts combined. It's the scariest place you could possibly
A couple
of
of the teachers were bodybuilders because they had to fucking try to keep everyone in line.
Wasn't for the faint
Did it
of
ever
heart.
get tricky, or did everyone kind of like know that? Like, was there crazy fights because of that, or none?
Crazy fights.
Yeah, there was. Yeah.
Yeah, there was crazy fights.
Oof.
I brought Dax to school one day to check it out.
Yeah, like, what's funny is you could do this, like, a guest pass for a school.
Oh yeah.
But I think generally they gave those out because someone would be thinking about going to that school. Is this Charlie's old gym?
This is Magnus.
Oh, okay.
Charlie's gym's right there. This is that Porsche guy right here.
Oh, boy, what if I was delivering to him? That'd
I'm
be
pretty sure it's that one, or maybe
He's
it's
right there. He's waiting.
3 guys delivering food.
3 men.
with cameras.
Can't be too safe nowadays.
Hi, man. How you doing? Confirmed delivery. But Aaron used to get out of that school early. Of course, they couldn't expect those kids to be in school more than 6 hours or whatever.
Oh, and it was I think 8 to 11:30 or something. It was half of what a normal day would be.
So nice.
Yeah, just long enough to have 4 or 5 cigarettes.
Play some volleyball?
Drinking and get to the
Could you
job
smoke
site.
in class, or was it
No,
like
you had a
smoke break or whatever?
There was a smoking room.
Smoking room.
I was hitting those darts on the set this last month, and Charles, it was so fun.
Because your character smoked?
No, one of the guys, and it would always have it. I'm like, let me have one of those. Oh, it's so nice.
You're so lucky.
Oh, it's so fun.
You have such a loose grip with addictive stuff.
Well, I didn't buy a vape this trip, which was a big deal for me, because I think I'd be on that for a month
Smoke
after.
cigarettes instead?
Yeah, I don't.
Those are easier to put down than the vape.
Well, because they smell so bad. It's like you can vape anywhere.
Yeah, you can't get away. Also, if you come in the house and you've had some darts,
Yeah, it
your
stinks
kids are
so
gonna
bad.
know.
Oh yeah,
And your kids are on high alert for all things. you're not
especially
allowed
one
to
of them.
do.
Oh yeah.
It's really funny that you spend like the first 30 of your life hiding everything from your parents, and then the next you spend a third hiding your life from your kids.
Totally. I mean, my dad, we grew up, there's zero alcohol in the house. He was a man of the cloth, so he couldn't drink. But I remember one time, like, hey, Dad, can I have some? He was doing yard work on a Saturday, whatever. Can I sip some of your Mountain Dew in this styrofoam cup? He's like, no, you can't have that. And so he goes out and does the weeds, and I take a sip. I'm like, this is disgusting. It was definitely like a little white wine or something.
So he was having a little on the side.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
for him.
He was snaking it.
Yeah, good for Brad. He deserved it.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? This should tie into this. You might have to edit it out, but maybe not.
Okay.
I wrote this just for Ryan. Did you know where the vagina was the first time you were with a girl?
Great question.
My first time, I thought she only had a butt.
Oh my God.
Well, let me hear your first time, Aaron. I want to.
Elementary school, this was like first time doing the anatomy. So this was Melissa.
Okay.
I dug this hole in my yard that was like I turned it into what I thought was gonna be my fort, but it was kind of just a hole that took way too long to dig, like weeks. And I would cover it up with sticks and stuff, so no one knew about it. And I found this deck of cards and some magazines that I put like on the dirt inside there.
Decoration.
Yeah. So it was like naked girls on the cards, and which it was just huge bushes, and which of course didn't help at all trying to find the vagina. So
Somewhere in the bush.
yeah, and then when they don't have a bush, which this girl did not, because we're children, so we were like kissing, and
We're in a garage or
no,
in the
the hole. Yeah,
In the hole. That's what the hole is for?
Yeah.
To entertain.
Yeah, and so I was like, we got naked, and
Oh my God. What grade is this?
probably like fourth.
Okay.
Fourth grade.
And
naked in a hole. Dirt hole.
oh my God, I never told you this.
I do remember the dirt hole.
So the hole. So we were in the hole, and and there was nothing going on, and no one was horny.
Yeah. You're just committed to doing it.
So she was like touching my tiny pecker and bald pecker, and I feel like I'm gonna go to jail for talking about it. But I was 8 or whatever.
It's hard to know who the victim is in this story, really. Is it you or her?
So anyway, I was looking for the vagina, and I was like, so her belly button. I'm like, well, that's not it.
Sure.
And then I was like, or is it? So I was like rubbing her stomach, and I was kind of like, I guess this is it.
You gave up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because I thought, well, the only thing left is her butt.
Yep. That was my.
I'm so happy it ended there. This is wonderful.
That was my exact experience too. But I was newly at Muir, 6th grade, and this really popular 7th grader liked me. And I guess we were going together, and we went to the Milford Cinema, and then afterwards you'd go to Deanna's and hang out. And she's like, let's go behind the garage. And so we're behind the garage, and I had been up someone's shirt at that point, and I'd made out a lot, but that was it. And then in the middle of it, she said, I love getting fingered. Which again, this is where we grew up. Like I've yet to meet a girl this aggressively sexual sense. And I met a few of them in that period. Aaron as well. And so I'm like, oh, right. She wants me to do that. No problem. And I put my hand on her pants and I was going down and down. And I'm like, okay,
Hello.
this is where my penis would be. There's hair.
Yeah.
And then, starting to panic and going, well, the next thing would be her butthole. She doesn't have a vagina. Where the fuck is it? Why isn't it right there? And I'm pushing probably on her mom's pubis a ton looking for the penis. And then she goes, have you never done this before?
Ooh.
And I just panicked and like pot committed. I just slammed my head deeper in there. I'm like, I'm gonna fucking touch her butthole and that's gonna be that. And then I found it. But man,
my gosh.
yeah, it was like 9 inches lower than I was expecting.
Totally. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know. The first 3 girls I was with only had butts.
We started asking girls before, well, do you have a vagina? Because my last few
Most of them
haven't.
have butts.
I came to masturbation in the weirdest way. I'm like, it's back at the original junior high, 6th grade, and I'm with this dirtbag who I rarely hung out with, but we're walking down the road for hours. And he says, I don't know why, he says randomly like, yeah, all those underwear models are gay. He doesn't say that, but worse. They all have Vaseline stains on their underwear from whacking off. This is a sentence I hear. And I'm like, I don't really think a ton of it then other than, oh, it's gay.
You're right.
It's gay and underwear model, whatever. And then, like, maybe 3 weeks later, I'm at my dad's house on the weekend, and I'm, like, rifling through his dresser like I did every time I visited. Like, as soon as he went to the bar, I would, like, check out everything he had. And I just found this fucking enormous jug of Vaseline. And I could hear him in my head saying, like, dude, gays jacking off. And then I was like, just rub it on your penis? And I remember sitting on my dad's bed with a fucking huge jar of thick Vaseline and rubbing it, and it is confusing, it doesn't feel like anything, and then all of a sudden it starts feeling insane.
Sure.
And I think I'm like losing my sight, maybe, and I stop. Like midway, I stop, I panic, and then I put the Vaseline away and everything. And then I think like over the next week, I kept thinking, wait, was that actually like about to feel great? Like I started questioning whether or not, and I was like, next time I'm at my dad's, I'm gonna pursue that again. And sure enough, he went to the bar and I ran upstairs and counted all of his money and then got the Vaseline out and then saw it through, and then you're completely off to the races.
Yeah,
it just doesn't
then
stop.
all your underwear stained.
Yes, and you're one of those gay models that he
those gorgeous gay models.
And then what's so weird is like there was no religion in my house really to speak of, but I felt so guilty. I was constantly trying to quit. I remember like if I used my mom's lotion, I felt perverted.
All right.
Like if I went and got some of her intensive
well, it smells
care,
like your mom.
Vaseline intensive care. Like, oh my God, I'm going to hell. I used my mother's sweet, wholesome lotion for this.
I think I always pretty much felt guilty after, for sure.
Do you remember when you started, Aaron?
Well, unwillingly took part in some of that nonsense. Right around that same time I was digging the hole and all that. It came back to bite me with that very safe neighborhood I was in. But
so safe.
Yeah, so I was being taught that unwillingly.
Yeah, by an older grocer.
Yeah, but the first time, this was probably, 6th grade, 6th grade.
I still remember my very first sexual experience, like sexual feeling, but it wasn't for humans. I was like in 5th grade and I was asleep and I woke up with a boner, which I think was the first time I remember doing that. And in my dream, I had been humping this rock that was on my way to school. That was on my walk that I saw all the time.
Sexy ass rock.
Yeah, I had like a sex dream about this rock.
Oh my God.
And for the next year that I walked to school, before I changed schools, I'd always look at that rock on the corner and just be like waiting for some spark to hit me. And then kind of wanting to hump it, but knowing you can't possibly do that at 8 in the morning.
Oh my God.
But I would just like lock eyes with this rock every day. And I just didn't know what any of that feeling was. Just like I feel the urge to grind on that rock.
Did you ever grind on the rock?
I didn't.
Was it too big to like take home?
Oh my God, it was a boulder. Yeah. It was like someone had it as like landscape art, you know?
Of course, what am I thinking? It's this big? Oh my God.
That is so funny,
what
dude.
What a dream.
Well, it's
sex dreams about a boulder.
Well, and that's, those early things, they led to that like one of the craziest stories I have, which is around that time also I'm watching the movie Real Genius with Val Kilmer. Mm-hmm. And at one point he's making fun of like the nerd in the school that they hate. His name's Clark maybe or something. No, it's Kent. And he's like, Kent, what were you doing when we found you naked with that bowl of jello? And I just remember hearing that and thinking like, oh yeah, that would feel really good, wouldn't it? Yeah. I was just like introduced to that notion from that movie. It was just floating around in my head for, I guess, like 8 years. And then I moved to Santa Monica. I'm 21 and I'm at Save-On store. And I see that there's like 5 boxes of jello for $1. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking perfect. I live by myself. I've always been thinking about it. And I'm going to love it. So I'm going to buy 5 boxes, which I did. And then I came home and I made the jello. And I thought it was just jello immediately because I'd never made it.
Oh,
so
right.
I hate jello. Gotta let it set. So I'm just waiting. I'm sitting in my Lazy Boy while it's cooling in the fridge, and I'm so horny. I feel like I could maybe spray before I even.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So it finally is. It's not even like I got it out early.
Yeah.
But it had taken enough shape, and it was in a pint glass, and I put my dick in it, and it just immediately turned to Kool-Aid. Like it was such a waste of everything. Like I was probably a couple hours into this fantasy by the time I stick it in there. I'm standing in my kitchen because you can't really lay down and fuck the jello because it would just pour on you. So I'm like trying to fuck it in my kitchen. It's just red dye spilling all over the floor. God. I'm like totally bummed with the whole thing. I throw it in the sink, I jerk off traditional style, and then I'm on my way. Then the next morning I wake up and I go pee and I have like a rash on my dick. But because I'm 21, I'm always convinced I have an STD. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, the dye stuck to an STD that I didn't know I had.
And it's a rash, it's not the dye.
I don't know
weird.
what it is. I decide I have a rash.
Yeah.
Or no, I think it is a rash. I don't know. I have an STD. I know that.
Yeah.
Because it just showed me. And so I have no insurance or anything. So I look up in the phone book, LA Free Clinic. And I go, and I know you already know the end of the story, but I go in there and I'm so embarrassed. And I don't know really how I'm going to explain the jello part of this. And then I decide I'm going to act like me and my girlfriend were experimenting.
Totally. That's the move.
So I check in, and then I'm in this, like, behind a sheet, and this doctor comes in, and she's maybe 3 years older than me. She's so young, and she's so pretty. And I'm like, oh, my God. And she's like, so what's going on? And I go, well, I think I might have something. My girlfriend and I were experimenting with jello and oral sex. And she's like kind of she didn't laugh, but she like likes the setup to this. And then she goes, okay, well, let's see what we got going on. Pull your pants down. And she gets now down, and she's like down at my crotch, and she looks up at me she goes, what flavor was it? And I go, strawberry. And she goes, raspberry is my favorite.
Oh Oh, God. This is the beginning of a plot.
I got 100% erect. Like, I'm 21. It's like a 2x4, dead hard, right in front of her face.
Oh, my God.
And she, like, looks, and she, like, pushes it to the side and this side, and she goes, yeah, this is nothing. You're just a little irritated from the dye, but you don't have
You're a little worked up.
And I'm like,
oh, my gosh, dude. Did you apologize when you got...
I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, what do? You just stand there.
And then I'm telling myself, too, like, why would she have said that other than she is flirting with me?
Yeah.
I don't know. My favorite's raspberry.
Oh. I think I've seen that porno.
Okay, now the funny end punchline to that story is a year and a half later, Bree moves in. I meet Bree, fall in love. Bree moves in. And like probably 10 times she offers after dinner, you want me to make some of that jello? Because it's just 4 boxes are sitting in there and she sees it. And I said no a bunch of times. And then she goes... One time she goes, you never want this jello. Why do you even have it? And I hate jello, okay? I don't like jello. I bought it because I wanted to fuck it because of this movie. And I just like came clean. And then she was laughing so hard.
It was so good.
That was basically a sex doll in the cupboard.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, Ryan, I love you.
Love you guys. That was so nice.
It's just nice to drive around and
Did we record anything?
Who cares?
Who cares?
Who gives a shit?